You're watching Longshot TV, presented by B&W Trailer Hitches, the last trailer hitch you'll ever need. Over 70% of our world is covered in water. And since the beginning of time, people have had a fascination with this planet's seemingly endless oceans. The ocean is vast, and most of us only ever experience just a tiny part of it. Much of what goes on below the surface is still unknown to us. We know more about the surface of the moon than the depths of the ocean. By volume, the ocean makes up 97% of the Earth's inhabitable space, and the sheer quantity of marine life it contains far exceeds that of which is on land. In a very real way, the sea is alive, and the survival of our planet relies on her provision. For generations, brave men have bet their livelihood on what the sea has to offer. Captain Wade Long has spent the last 30 years doing just that.
That's a nice keeper. There he is right there, a little something.
I'm right on the spot.
Another keeper.
Guys, this right here is what we came for.
Got him, Chris.
Oh, got him on. Woo! Oh, yes, baby. Look at that, son. We came for the big ones today. These are the big ones. Boom! Yeah! Now that's what I'm talking about right there. That's a nice bull. Get him. Woo! Nice fish, man. This is what we're after right here, guys. I ain't kidding you. Boys better hurry. Man, look at that fish there.
The Longshot crew does it again.
Is that a fish or what?
I think the first trip my mom let me go out on, I was 5 years old, so I've been pretty much fishing now for 30 years. I always knew I would do something with the fishing, but literally I started my career with a $12 Dexter fillet knife. You never know where you're going to end up in life, or where you're going to be, or where you're going to have a big house, family, or whatever. Everything's like the unknown when you're a kid. But my dad was a charter captain and a commercial fisherman. He had 3 brothers, 2 older, 1 younger. They were both charter captains and commercial fishermen, so I was around it pretty much 24/7. Before my mom would ever let me go commercial fishing with my family or spend a night with my dad or my uncles, I was 11 years old. And pretty much from 11 years old on, I spent many nights in the ocean. I actually loved it so much. And believe it or not, I would get seasick once in a while. And if you've ever been seasick, it's the worst feeling in the world. But my heart, I loved to fish so much. It was, I guess it overweighed how I knew I was gonna feel when I got seasick when I spent the night. I think it was more or less a fear. I knew I was gonna get homesick and wasn't gonna be home, and just the unknown. Pretty much from 11 on, I was going with them in the summertime. And then once I got a little bit older in age, 15, I was working on the boats all summer, and I would clean fish in the evenings after school. All the party boats come in, I would get paid to clean all the fish. I had my own little fish cleaning table, my little sign, fish cleaning, and I personally, everybody had their own way as far as charging people. Some would be like, oh, give me $20 for that string, or give me 50 bucks. The way I handled it, I was a little bit of a shy person when I started off. They would ask me, hey, how much to clean these fish? I was like, sir, just give me what you think it's worth. Most of the time, 90% of the time, the people, I don't know if they feel sorry for me or really appreciated the experience of me talking to them, they would always give me more than what I would charge them anyway. So it was better for me just to keep my mouth shut and just say thank you, I really appreciate it. So I just saved my money up summer after summer after summer. And I was a very stubborn little kid. I had my mindset what I was going to do, and I didn't deviate from that course. I was 19 years old before I got my first truck. I rode my bike to work. And then I got my boat right after, and then I never looked back, just steady rolling with it today.
To keep up with all the fishing action, check us out on the web. Longshot TV is being presented by B&W Trailer Hitches, the last trailer hitch you'll ever need. Yellowfin, build your legacy. Retreat Myrtle Beach, a vacation rental company. Call and ask about the Longshot TV discount. Longshot Charters, the fish are waiting. Best Marine Products. And JL Audio, the world's finest speakers found in the world's finest boats.
When we're trapping, it's what we specialize in and known for is the black sea bass. This is our money fish, a great eating fish, one of my favorite eating fishes. And we fished for this a long time, and this is what my family been fishing for about 3 generations, trapping these guys. I think right now there's 18 trap endorsements located up and down the East Coast. My family owns 4 of them. It started back all with my granddad, my dad, my uncles, now it's my cousin. Me and 2 of my cousins still trap to this day. We have 3 of the permits still left for the black sea bass trapping. And we love doing it. I feel like we're pretty good at it. We've done it so long, and that's how we know to catch them, how we're used to fishing. But it's hard to believe out of all the fishermen, there's only, I think, 19 trap endorsements left.
When I was a kid, I always loved boats, and me and my cousins, before we could even get one. I mean, I'm talking about in 1st, 2nd grade, we'd always on the weekends get together and get in a boat and play in the yard. We could play whether one was on the trailer, one was tied up at the dock. We would get in the boats and pretend like we were captains and commercial fishermen. Oh, my boat's faster than yours. I'm cruising 20 knots. Well, hey, Richard, I'm cruising 25. I'm passing you. Just playing games and stuff. So I guess I was around 14 years old when I got pretty serious about the fishing and realized, hey, I needed some money. Still didn't know was that going to be my permanent career, but I enjoyed doing it, and it was a new experience for me. And every summer, I got deeper and deeper into it. And I got my first boat when I was 19, or I guess around 19 years old. And then when I really got serious about it was when I was making the payments. And I was probably about 22, 23, and then I was so deep into it then with a boat and fishing hobbies and tournaments, I was like, I guess this is what I'm doing. I'm gonna be a commercial fisherman and charter boat captain. So that's when I dove really hard into it and never looked back, and now I've been doing it for over 20 years on my own.
These fish right here are actually going to this restaurant behind me here, but this time of year in the summertime, we're a beach destination, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. We have a ton of families come down here to see the ocean, take people out fishing for the first time. It's just a tourist area. And this time of year, the restaurants are booming, hopping. So we supply about 30 different restaurants with fresh sea bass, snapper, grouper, fresh tuna. A lot of these restaurants I supply right here literally cut the fish daily on their dock and supply the restaurant, so the fish is no more than 2 or 3 days old. It's not been riding around on the boat for 15 days and run up and down the whole entire coast for 2 weeks. This fish here was swimming yesterday. This bass is about as fresh as you can get. And other than that, when it's not in season, the summertime and the wintertime, it's slowed down a lot, but we still supply probably half of those restaurants. And then the rest of the year, we ship fish in the wintertime to New York and Canada. In New York, we send it to the Fulton Fish Market, which is one of the largest fish markets in the world. And from there, they have like 60 18-wheelers and then smaller box trucks. And then those fish go from the Bronx in New York City all the way back down the coast to Miami and all the way back up to supply all the seafood markets, restaurants, and so forth.
So tomorrow we're gonna go offshore and we're gonna go sea bass trapping. It'll be a 3-man crew. I'm gonna actually take Chris for the first time, introduce him to it, maybe get him in some slickers and get his hands a little dirty with a lot of fish baiting traps and slinging traps. But the fishing trip will start tomorrow morning about 4 a.m. Tonight we'll get the boat loaded down with ice. We'll put about 3,000 pounds of ice on it. We'll put about 450 pounds of bait on it. about 300 gallons of fuel. We'll roll out at 4 o'clock in the morning because we'll have about a 2.5 hour boat ride offshore. We want to get out there when the sun's coming up where it's just cracking day. So I like being offshore, sitting in that 80 to 100 feet of water by say 6:30, 7 o'clock, where we have a long 12-hour day we can put in before the sun starts setting.
This portion of Longshot TV is being brought to you by Simrad. Go with confidence. You're watching Longshot TV, presented by B&W Trailer Hitches, the last trailer hitch you'll ever need.
So what we're doing here, I got literally thousands of spots out here over the years. For the last 30 years, I've accumulated fishing. And what we're doing, right now we're about 86 to about 95 feet of water. And when I mark the rock and I mark the bass, we'll throw a trap on it. Not every rock I mark. I can't distinguish every bass from trash fish or whatever. Some may mark it might have nothing on it, but the whole goal here is once I mark the bass, throw the traps, and once I get them all baited up, we're baiting them up with fatback, another name for it's menhaden. And once we get the trap stuff full, the fish is real oily, we'll send them down to the bottom. We use 5/8 rebar on the bottom of the trap, which allows the trap to sink really fast to the bottom. And we run about 200 feet of 7/16 rope on each trap, and that allows us to fish deep water all the way out to about 150, 165 feet.
Keeping the line straight is the most important part. Trap goes down, the lines get tangled up. As they go down, you'll pull the buoys underneath, and then you lose your trap. It's about $100 a trap.
So as soon as I get on one of these pieces of bottom right here and mark the fish, I'll holler at Josh. And we got a game plan back here. Josh runs the back deck pulling the traps right now. They got Chris back there, and Marshall and Josh are all baiting the traps up and getting them ready to roll. So when I get over to the spot and start marking the fish, all they I do is holler, throw, throw, throw. We may have one trap rolling out. We may have 5 or 6 traps rolling out at one time. It just depends on how I mark the fish. They may not even be here. We may have to go to a different spot. But we're going to work out here hard, beat the bottom up today, and try to fill the fish box up. We're marking right here. You can see these bass, normally they mark tight to the bottom, but I got it zoomed in. Throw one! Right here, these bass are very precise. You got to hit it when you come up on it. We don't got time to drag around and waste time. When I mark it, the guys got to be ready to throw that trap. If they don't throw that trap and hit that rock, we're not catching no fish. That trap could literally be 5 feet from them fish. You're not going to catch them. Maybe over overnight set, let them soak for 24 hours. But when we're fishing and we're pulling them as fast as we're putting them out, that trap's got to hit that rock.
Get me something to drink.
You got a breather, you got about a minute and a half. Take you a good breather about a minute and a half before we get to the first trap.
So are we going to take all the traps in at one time?
I think so.
How do you think Chris is going to take this?
I don't know. I'd say he's a pretty tough guy, but I think he's going to be worn out in about 2 hours.
Wade and I met in the late 2000, and after going out fishing with Wade with my family, knowing how much he loved fishing and what a great captain he was, he asked me if I wanted to be involved in a TV show, and naturally that it came to me that I get a chance to go fishing and hunting and be able to have fun and enjoy something that I really love to do. I was on it, and so after that day, we've been best friends and having a great time producing Longshot TV and being a co-host. It's just a great opportunity to be able to go out to the ocean, and from the camera's eye, show all of our viewers what we like to do, the beautiful scenery out there that is really not a lot of people get to have an opportunity and chance to go out there and see what we do.
Yeah, right now the traps are looking a little on the light side, only 2 to 3 fish a trap, but if it's 2 or 3 fish and they're jumbo bass, those fish weigh 2 to 3 pounds a piece, you're talking about a $45, $50 trap with 2 or 3 fish in it. So as long as we can keep that pace up, and I don't care if it's 3 to 5 fish a trap, as long as they're large or jumbo fish, we'll make a good day's pay.
To keep up with all the fishing action, check us out on the web. Longshot TV is being presented by B&W Trailer Hitches, the last trailer hitch you'll ever need. Yellowfin, build your legacy. Retreat Myrtle Beach, a vacation rental company. Call and ask about the Longshot TV discount. Longshot Charters, the fish are waiting. Best Marine Products. And JL Audio, the world's finest speakers found in the world's finest boats.
So me and Chris has been doing Longshot TV now for about 8 years. We started out from the bottom, and we just try to produce a really good show. We're both very humble guys. We want to bring you a true story, how it happens, how it's shot.
Pretty much the smaller ones you want to put here.
All right, Josh.
Would you look at that?
Would you look at that? Would you just look at it?
Look at this, there's all kinds of fish. All you can say is, would you look at that?
Look at that. That's money.
Well, we actually did our first round. We put 17 traps out, and I think so far we've actually done a pretty good job.
So right here what we have is a Frying Pan Tower. This actually marks Frying Pan Shoals, pretty much straight out of Wilmington, North Carolina, or Ball Head Island. Right now, from the nearest point of land, right behind this shoal, if you made a straight shot into the beach, we're about 30 miles straight off of Ball Head Island, North Carolina. And this Frying Pan Tower has been here ever since I've been a kid, way before my time. They used to have a low-ran tower on top of it where it actually picked up and transmitted before the GPS came along. It was ran off grids, longitude and latitude. It had weather on it. Still, you can get some weather from it, but not like it used to. It used to be pretty accurate weather you'd get from it. It had a low-ran tower on it as well. And before the GPS time, the fishermen used low-ran, which is latitude and longitude grid, and this actually transmitted the signal for the low-ran to pick up, low-ran C to pick up. So this thing's been here for a long time. As you can see, it's pretty rusted up. I don't think it's going to be here much longer, but it's held in here for a long time. So right here, actually, where we're fishing out of is Little River, South Carolina. That's my home port, and I pretty much fish far as south as Charleston and far as north as Morehead City, North Carolina. And actually, right here, we're in a pretty major part of the shipping channel, or we call it shipping lanes. There's 3 major ports. You got one south of us, about 2 hours, Charleston, South Carolina. You got one in Wilmington, North Carolina, which is only about 30 minutes north of us. And then we have another one in Morehead City, North Carolina, which is about 2.5 hours north of us.
our wages today.
Did you ever expect to see Chris doing that out there?
No, I really didn't. He surprised me, actually. I mean, I know Chris is a pretty good guy. He can do a little bit of anything, but I didn't know how well he would do back there. But actually, he's impressed me. He's done a great job today. It's not the easiest job in the world, and he's got to multitask, but Chris is a pretty tough person, and I think he can hang with a little bit of training from the guys, and I think he'll be as good as any of us. Not catching a grouper, maybe pulling a trap.
It's a rough job. At the end of the day, there's no better feeling is when you're rolling home. You could be out there in a rough ocean. I'm like, this is the last time. I'm so over this. Expensive permits, dealing with NOAA fisheries, expensive boats, dealing with the weather. It's a lot like a farmer. You never know, what the good Lord's going to throw at your Mother Nature with weather conditions. It's all weather related. But the wind don't blow at the bank. They don't care. The payment steady rolls in. So we got to go fishing. But there's no better feeling than when you're coming home. The boxes are loaded down with fish. The guys are happy we're telling jokes on the way in. The seas are slapping on the stern. The ocean's slick calm, and you're rolling through that jetties as the sun's going down. There's no better feeling in the world. You feel like you accomplished everything when you fill that fish box up.